Hi, good morning, everybody. This is my day 4 out here. I honestly don't know what my plan is today. This humidity is really more than I bargained for. It's really not safe to hike in this over an extended period of time. I have plan A and plan B for the day. Plan A is to go 8 miles to a ranger station where I can get water. Honestly, don't even know if there's any water between here and there. I think I've got enough to get me 8 miles. I've got 3 full bottles. That should be enough, but it just depends. I mean, I'm already sweating. I spent the night last night at the Loft Mountain Campground. And was able to get my clothes washed. But not even an hour into the day, and they're already soaking wet with sweat. Was able to take a shower. Unfortunately, had to take a cold shower because their hot water heater was broke. It got fixed about 2 hours after I got my cold shower. But actually, to be honest, the cold shower felt pretty good. Was able to, I think I probably already went over all this last night in my summary. But if I did, I'll just edit one of them out. But was able to go down to the wayside and get a smash burger with some chips and a blackberry lemonade drink. That was really good. But so today, go 8 miles, see how I feel. If I don't feel like going on at that point, I'm fine doing 8 miles a day. In this humidity, it's I don't know. In my mind, it's equivalent to doing 12 to 15 miles a day. It's hard. It's hard. For the folks back in Kentucky, walk outside and walk 8 miles in that. That's what I'm doing. It's miserable. But I'm meeting a lot of cool people on the trail. Some not so cool people, like the dumbass doctor and / pilot that I met the other day. If he's watching my videos, I want him to understand that I know ridge runners in Southern Virginia, and I've passed word about you and your basically flipping the bird at storing your food properly. If he's watching, I hope he sees the big ass bear that I videoed a couple days ago. And I'm telling you, if that bear decided to come into the shelter or into a tent to get food that a dumbass left there, you're probably going to get hurt. Talked to the rangers here at Loft Mountain yesterday and let them know about the guy. And didn't know his real name, but I do know their trail names. So, yeah, the rangers don't take this stuff lightly. She let me know that they had to euthanize a bear last year because he was coming into tents because people were leaving food in their tents. And at the campground, no excuse for it. Every single campsite has a bear box. Every single one. No reason not to put all your stuff in a bear box. My bear box was 20 feet from me. Yeah, anything other than that is just stupid. But it's kind of the impression I got from this doctor. He's an entitled prick and thinks he doesn't have to follow the rules. Typical conservative, right there. The rules aren't made for him. They're made for the peasants. But anyways, so I have options. When I get to the ranger station, if I'm done for the day, I can camp there where I've got a ready water source from the spigot on the outside of the ranger cabin. Or I can hitch a ride into Big Meadows Campground and then hitch a ride back in the morning. Not what I would love to do, because it's just sometimes it takes a little bit to hitch the ride. But yeah, we'll see. I'll play it by ear. I've got options. And I have to be honest, after seeing that big bear, I'm a little skittish about being out here completely by myself. So if I ended up camping with some other people, I'd probably feel a little bit better. You know, I'm just being honest. I'm definitely not a coward, but anyways, we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to put this down. Focus. I'm going downhill. I've got like 6 or 7 uphills today. None of them are huge, but in the humidity, they're just gonna suck. All right. This looks like a place where I can move pretty quickly. All right, so I'm gonna do that. My first viewpoint of the day. You can see the moisture in the air. Oh my God, that's humidity. You can cut this crap with a knife. That's nuts. All right, it's beautiful out there, but man, oh man, oh man, oh man, it's a nice breeze up here. I'd like to stay here, but I gotta go. Oh, somewhere around 3.5, maybe even up to 4 miles. Get to this viewing point. You can still see the, wow, look at this, this is beautiful, man. Oh, this breeze feels good. Oh my God, let me zoom out a couple times here. It's even hard for me to see with my bare naked eyes. There's just so much mist in the air. Humidity is crazy. All right. Just hit one of the lookouts on Skyline Drive. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It sure is pretty out there. I wish it was clear. Sky's nice and blue, but the haze, oh my God, the haze, and I feel it. All right, I'm gonna take a break here and keep on going. All right, I've come about 11 miles. I know I'm getting ready to hit a viewpoint. Oh yeah. Oh, folks, I'm dying, man, but look at this. Look at this. Gotta watch for copperheads out here. I don't see anything. All right. Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. I'm gonna keep going because I made a decision. I've got a half mile to get to the next road crossing on Skyline Drive. And that's it, man, I'm done. For the day, just for the day. I'm gonna hitchhike. Hang on a second. I'm gonna hitchhike to Big Meadows Campground. And I think it's a Monday night. I should be able to get a room in the lodge. Air conditioning. Hot shower, warm shower, cold shower. I can't even describe to you how much I've perspired, sweated today. It's been miserable. I've got some good views. I've stopped and talked to some people. That's been fun. But man, oh man, oh man, this humidity just makes it so hard. And I'm not complaining because I knew it was going to be like this when I came out here. And I was hopeful that I could do the miles that I'm doing. And so I'm pretty happy with that. Today's a big day for me. I'm going to do 11.4, 11.5 miles. That's a big day in this kind of weather. And I would originally had thought about going an extra 2 miles and hitting a shelter on the trail, but I don't want to do that. Yesterday, even after I got to the campground, and I drank, I was still peeing yellow, dark yellow. That's no good. I've got to, I peed once on the trail today, and it was half in between. It was half between clear and yellow. I've drank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on my 8th bottle of water, 700 milliliters of water. I've got 1.5 bottles left. So hopefully that'll do me until I get to Big Meadows, because I've got a hitchhike, and it's I don't know, it's probably a good 15 to 20 miles. The good thing is Skyline Drive, you can only go north or south, and I catch somebody going north, and people look at me, and they take mercy. I flash in my little puppy dog eyes, my Santa Claus beard, my hippie long hair, and yeah, I shouldn't have a problem getting a ride. Now that I've said that, it'll take me an hour or two. Nah, it won't take me long. People like to hear the stories of the folks that are out here hiking this trail. And I got a couple. So I'm just yapping to myself, trying to make this time go by faster. I can hear the road from here, so I probably have about 4/10 of a mile. So that's less than 2 laps around the track. That's the way I like to think about things when I get close. Makes it easier for me to picture how long I have. And it's all downhill. I've done, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 big uphills today. And the last one, oh my God, it was a killer. It was tough. All right, I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to hear me over the wind, but I'm up on a overlook that's just above Big Meadows Campground and Lodge in the Shenandoahs. And I've taken 2 days off here because I've done something to my arm. Not sure what it is. My elbow, where I had the surgery a few years ago, has got a little bit stronger pain in it than normal. And the pain is kind of radiating down my arm into my finger. So there's definitely some nerve issues there. And so I'm giving it a couple days of rest. And while I'm here, it's windy as heck right now, but it's a beautiful day. Rained pretty hard last night, and I'm feeling a little bit motivated, so I'm going to take a short hike without my trekking poles, without my pack, just a short little day hike, 3.5 miles or so, and just to keep my feet going. And 3.5 miles is pretty much what I need to do just to maintain. And I have no idea if I'm going in the right direction. The lodge is down that way. Yeah, I guess I'm following this blue blaze until I hit. It actually runs into the AT. And so I'm going to do a few miles down the AT. All right. I'm guessing it's this way. Unfortunately, here they don't know how to do blazes. They do them incorrectly, one on top of the other on a turn. That's just wrong. They need to get it together. All right, I'm gonna put this away. I got people down here. So, all right, so yeah, I'm hiking a blue blaze trail right now from the lodge. A couple good overlooks that I just passed. It was a nice view. It's really windy today. I'll tell you what, I wish it had been like this earlier this week and last week. The humidity has just been horrendous. I did a 12-mile day coming into Big Meadows, and I say coming into Big Meadows. What I really mean is I did 12 miles to where I stopped at a lookout and got a ride into Big Meadows. And from there I decided that I was going to go get my car in Luray and pretty much give up on hiking through the Shenandoahs. With the heat and humidity, other than today, I mean, today's a freaking beautiful day. Feels like this out here every day. I'd cruise right through it. But you can see, I got white blazes here. And so I'm technically back on the Appalachian Trail. And I think, let's see, that's north, that's south. I want to go to Lewis Falls. Okay, so Lewis Falls is a mile this way. That's what I'm going to do. So, hey, back on the AT. You know, for me, it's not really about hiking through the Shenandoahs. It's really about getting out and getting my body back into hiking shape, if that's even possible in the 2.5, 3 weeks I've got. But I'm going to do the best I can. And here's the thing. I've just decided that I'm spending way too much money out here right now. Staying at the lodge here was really a huge mistake. But I felt like I needed to do it just for mental health reasons. And so I did. But tonight will be my last night here. And tomorrow I'm going to cruise up the Shenandoahs. And I want to try to get in, maybe 6 to 8 miles a day. But at the same time, resting my arm, because I don't know what I've done to it. I don't know if I've stretched something with the trekking poles. I'm going to show you this. My elbow is where I had the surgery where they had to replace everything in there with the cadaver hamstring. But years ago, and you can just barely still see the scar on my wrist. I was changing a headlight, and I slipped and fell over and just sliced my wrist on the headlight, and it actually severed a tendon that they had to reattach, and that's where the pain's coming from. I don't know if it's the elbow radiating down to the wrist and then out into the finger. I don't know, but at this point I don't care. I have to get myself in good enough shape to go up to Vermont and hike with Navigator for 2 weeks in Vermont and New Hampshire. So nothing's going to stop me from doing that. Absolutely nothing is going to stop me from doing that. So if I get out here every day and just do 3 to 5, I'm happy with that. Here's the thing. I've got to do it without using trekking poles, probably without carrying my full weight. I can carry my backpack anywhere. I'm not worried about that. My leg muscles and my back, my core, even though I've got a big gut right now, or a bigger gut than I normally have, my core is still strong. I can carry my pack. I proved that over the first 4 days out on the trail. And I was slowly increasing my distance each day. So I'm not worried about that. Right now I just want to maintain, get my feet used to hiking in roots and rocks. And yeah, so I'm not going to kill myself out here. I'm going to take care of the injury that I've got in my elbow/wrist. I don't even know what it is. It's weird. I've never had this before. So I'll deal with it. Yeah, the reality is, as you get older, whether we like it or not, our body's going to start to deteriorate. No matter what we do to it, no matter what we do to try to maintain or not maintain, the body is going to deteriorate. We all have a time limit in this world, and I'm closer to mine than I was 20 years ago. Let's put it that way. I don't worry about that, but my biggest worry is getting out here and doing something that injures myself to the point where I have to be rescued by other people who I'm endangering their health and safety. That's what I don't want to do. So that's why it's important to me to do what I'm doing. Even though my arm is hurting, I'm not damaging it any further by just walking and holding a bottle in it, probably helping it a little bit. But I'm not flipping my wrist. I'm not putting pressure on my wrist and my elbow like I would be with my trekking pole. So, I'm just going to do the best I can. That's all we can ever do in life, is do the best you can. Everything is overgrown, very difficult to see the waterfall. So. Yeah, this was worth the climb down. Now I got to go back up. I'll take a couple-minute break here, get a little water. And God, it's beautiful out here, man. Absolutely beautiful. So, got down to the falls, and yeah, not so impressed. If you could have gotten below it, I didn't see a way to get below it. It was just way too steep. So, yeah, because it was so overgrown, it was hard to see much of the waterfalls. But it was a good hike down, so it's all good. I walked right by these guys and didn't even see them. Little buck. Can't tell. The one that's facing us is a little buck. He's a pretty little guy. Hey guys, that is so cool. I think he's a 6-pointer. Yeah, walked right by him. Didn't faze him. Very cool. Look at this. Yeah, this is it right here. This is my happy place. When you're out here, there are no worries. There are nothing. Peace and quiet, serenity. You know, you walk 5 feet away from 2 deer. They don't even look up at you. When you stop and take a picture, they pose for you. I love it. I have no doubt I will see more deer along this path, and I may even have to come back this path far out. Well, it shows the AT. It does not show some of these little side trails that take you back to the lodge or the campground. So I may have to backtrack, which is fine. I'm going to go up here to the road, which is about maybe 7/10 of a mile away now, and see what I get up there. I remember this, and most of you will say, well, it's just a graveyard. Listen, when I saw this graveyard 3 years ago, I was getting close to Big Meadows and getting close to my 26.4 mile day. So I remember getting here thinking, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I may have to put my tent up here in this graveyard. But I didn't, and all's well that ends well. I got to meet my friend Elizabeth, and life is good, man. Life is good. All right, I'm gonna roll 1.1 mile to the road to Skyline Drive, and from there I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, either walk up Skyline Drive or come back. I have a suspicion I'm gonna come back because that'll give me close to an 8-mile day. Love it, even without a pack. I'll take that. That'll knock out some calories because I've been eating way too much since I got to the lodge, and yeah. Listen, right now I'm having fun. I was a little worried yesterday. My wrist was hurting pretty bad. It is better today, but I'm not going to do anything to risk it. I need that rest when I go to Vermont, New Hampshire. Doing a little road walking, fire service road, and off in the distance I can see the Big Meadows wayside. Behind some weeds right now. There she blows. I'm gonna stop there, get some drinks, get a snack. They've got food there. I'm not ready for food yet. I don't even know what time it is yet, but I think tonight, what have I had? I had breakfast this morning. I have not had a lunch. I may have, I don't know. I'm not sure what time it is. I'll decide when I get up there, but I don't want to overeat today. I put out a good walk. Can't talk. And maybe just a good salad tonight. But I feel good, man. Today was a good day. Didn't have that heavy pack on my back. No trekking poles to hurt my wrist. My wrist feels a little bit better than it did a day and a half ago. So I'm hopeful if I take it easy with it, it'll be okay when I get up to Vermont. But yeah, I'm not going to kill myself. Like I said, I know I can carry the pack. That's not an issue. The main thing is to get my legs strong, get my stamina up as much as I can before I get up there. So every day I need to do a hike like this. And yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Nice little overlook here. Oh wow. The haze. You know, I don't know if that's from the smoke or from the humidity. I think it's probably a combination of the two. But man, that sure is pretty out there. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm trying to build up stamina. I don't want to waste time. Huh. All right, so what I'm doing today, nothing major. I do have my trekking poles. I'm trying to use them as little as possible to save wear and tear on my wrist and my elbow. Although they do feel a little bit better today, and I don't think I'm overworking it. I'm doing about a 9-mile hike today. I am slack packing. I've got just a couple bottles of water in my filter. I've got a couple of snacks. And my toilet paper. That's my slack pack. So, I'm probably carrying 8 pounds on my back, somewhere in that area. I got a slow start today because when I got to the parking area that I used, there was a group of, I'm going to chuckle while I say this, there was a group of elderly folks there that I think are doing the same hike I'm doing. They're just doing it the opposite way. They started where I'm going to stop and turn around, and they turned around where I started. So I needed to change clothes, which means I needed to get naked to do that. And there were a few ladies in the group, and I did not want to do that in front of them. That would be very uncool. So they have, I don't know, 15, 20-minute head start on me. I kind of expected to catch them. There was a 2-mile uphill. I'm now over the top of that and going downhill. But I kind of expected to catch them going up the hill, but I did not. So that tells me I underestimated their ability, and they're ahead of me. But that was the challenge I set for myself, and didn't make that one. So hopefully I'll catch them on this downhill. Sometimes those old folks, I say that with a smile on my face because I am an old folk. And I generally go pretty quick downhills, as long as it's not the big steps. And anyways, yeah. So I'm cruising along. 4.4 miles to now to the bottom of the hill. It's just one big hill today. 2 miles up, 2 miles down on either side, give or take a little bit. All right, I am back at this viewpoint again, coming back the other way. Look at this, man. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Go 2 times. Let's do a little bit more. That's about 4 times. Absolutely gorgeous. It would be a lot better if it wasn't for whatever that is, smoke, haze, I don't know, but yeah, it's still pretty beautiful. All right. I'm on my final downhill. I just checked my Fit app, and it tells me that I've done 9.2 miles. I'm a little skeptical. I think that's a little more than I've actually done. It's hard to get a good number using far out because I'm going back and forth, and far out just doesn't work that way. It can, but I have to plan a route to where I'm going, and then do another plan to plan the route back. And but I think just based on that, I was only going to do 8.8 But fit probably, yeah, you know what? I think it probably also figures in the amount of walking I did before I left the lodge this morning, and it's got all that combined. So that's why it's more. But that's okay. According to my Fit app, I've done 9.22 miles, and I burned a little over 2,000 calories. So I know I have not eaten that much. I've probably eaten so far maybe 800 to 900 calories. So that's good. That leaves me room for a supper, and still burn more than I take in. So that's a good thing. That's going to help me lose a little bit of weight. All right, I've got 0.3 of a mile to get back to my car. We'll call it my home for the next few nights, because, yeah, that's where I'm going to sleep. That's why I bought this sucker. So I'm going to break it in tonight, sleep in it for the first time, and learn what I need to learn to make it more comfortable and better, whatever. Today was a pretty good day. I didn't see a lot of wildlife like I did yesterday. I think I said that before. I did just see a nice little doe. Got a couple of pictures of her. They're so nice to sit there and pose for you. And but unfortunately, at some point, you got to kind of shoo them away because they're in the trail, and yeah, they're not gonna let you get within a foot or two of them. Good morning, everyone. I have no idea what day it is. I've completely lost track, and it's not important. When I put these videos together, I might do 2 days at a time. I might do 3 days at a time. I might do 4 days at a time. I haven't decided yet. I've been no place in the last 2 weeks where I could upload any videos. So I've got a whole bunch just sitting here waiting, including my one for my trip to Colorado. It'll be the next one that comes out. So by the time you guys see this mess, you'll... Well, hello, little bird. I think he's looking for some food. Not from me, little guy, sorry. Yeah, I'm at the Lewis Mountain Campground, and they've got trash receptacles here, bathrooms available, and water spigot. So don't need any of that. So I just stopped to have a quick snack, and this is where I turn around and head back to South River picnic ground. I think that's what, maybe Spring River, I don't know, something river. Anyways, doesn't matter. I've come about 5.5 miles, and I've got that amount of distance to get back. So yeah, let's get it going. All right, I'm getting to the top of this last mountain before I head downhill back to my car, where I'll have done somewhere around 11.5 miles. And I did run in to the young man that I saw last night, and I got his name again. His trail name is PK. He is the push-up king, PK. So, Sula, if you watch this video, be on the lookout for PK, push-up king. And he's a tall, lean fight machine. He is lean and powerful. He told me he's doing 25 miles a day right now, 25 to 30. And he does plan on doing the 4-state challenge. And I did tell him that you're right at the end of that. As soon as you cross over that Pennsylvania line, your place is just a couple miles away. And so hopefully he stops in. If he does, I told him to say hi to you. You say hi to him. And life is good. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel so much better. Today has been, weather-wise, it is humid out here, but the temperature, let's see what we got now. I mean, it's 73 degrees. That blows me away. But I'm other than these uphills, which are, you know, I mean, they're not horrible, but they're a little strenuous. A couple miles at a pop, and I'm dripping with sweat, but I feel good. I had a snack back at the Lewis Mountain campground, and that'll hold me over till I get back to my car, where I'll have my lunch, and yeah, I'm gonna. PK is he's gonna head toward Big Meadow Campground. Good morning, everyone. Don't ask me what day it is. I have no freaking idea. My routine has changed so much since coming out here because of the weather and other issues. The weather kind of kicked my butt in the beginning, the humidity. This morning, it's 67 degrees out here. We got rain most of the night, and it's nice and cool out here this morning. I don't feel a lot of humidity. I don't know what it's going to be like later today. I haven't had good enough service to check. All right. Good God. I'm probably 5 or 6 miles into my hike today, and coming down this rocky section, something just stung the crap out of me. That friggin' hurt. I don't know what it was. By the time I looked down, whatever it was that stung me had gone. And all I know is that hurt. Still hurts. All right, well, suck it up and keep going, boy. I hear voices up ahead, so there's people up here. Let me turn this off. I've done a little over 9 miles so far today. I've got a mile to get to the parking area that's up in front of me, and then 3 miles back. So I'm going to be looking at over 14 miles. And I've hit a couple side trails, tried to go to a couple of viewpoints that were no good. There was one. Wow. They even warned you there's a rock scramble. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was not a rock scramble. That was a boulder scramble. And I watched these day hikers struggle through it. It was funny, but not funny. I did feel bad for them. And they looked at me as I was jumping from rock to rock, like, what the hell? You know, I gotta admit, it does make you feel good when you got a bunch of youngsters that are watching you completely outdo them. And when they make a comment about it, I just let them know, guys, listen, I've got almost 3,000 miles on this trail now. And yeah, the more you're on it, the better you get at doing this kind of stuff. And it just, you know, practice makes perfect. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, it makes you feel good as an old man to show the youngsters how it's done. It was fun. I just saw a deer up here. I think he saw me and ran away, but he may not have run far. He may have just run away from the trail. Yeah, I think he's gone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting tired. And I got my biggest climb of the day coming up right now. 2 miles uphill. Yeah. That little guy's gone. Okay, let me put this away. It's amazing how they can go through the woods so quietly. If you didn't see them, you'd never know they're there. All right. There's 2 deer up here. They're everywhere. These seem to be a little bit more skittish than a lot of the ones that are here in the park. I don't want to scare them. think they're gone. Yep. I don't see them anymore. I can hear my trail maintainer up the trail. Man, it's so beautiful out here. It's cool temperature-wise, low 70s, but my God, the humidity is just through the freaking roof. All the rain that we've gotten the last day, that humidity is just tears you up. I'm going uphill, so I'm going to get back to my trekking poles. Yeah. Okay.